Hello everyone, so it's me Tara again, and this is my second video, and I was so bad about this. I said I was going to do it every other week or at least once a week, and it's been over a month. So I decided today that I have to upload a video. I have to take it, and I don't know about editing. I don't know how to do all that, but I am going to learn. I'm still recording on my computer, but I tried to do it during better lighting. I know this lighting probably is not that great. I'm standing in front of my mirror, like my window, in my dorm, so I'm doing the best I can right now. So today I decided I'm going to probably do a story time, so maybe you can get like a taste of what my story times are going to be like and maybe what I'll talk about. Um, Maybe a little taste of my personality. Um, just going to be a simple one. I've been writing down like a huge list. I don't know if you probably can't see, but a huge list of a bunch of things that have been coming up in my mind about things to talk about, different story times. Like I was thinking maybe a story time about my first week in college, my roommate horror story. I had two absolutely terrible roommates, so I was thinking maybe talking about that, how I got into UCLA. But today I wanted to maybe go on a funnier story time. So I'm going to tell you about the time that the bomb squad and the whole fire department and almost the entire police department in my area was called to my preschool because of me. So I'm going to try and just jump right into it. I don't want to have like a huge long intro since that beginning part probably was my intro, and that was already really long. So basically, I was in preschool, and in my preschool, I think it was once every 3 or 4 months, there was like a staff appreciation day, and basically, it wasn't really the staff, it was like your principal, and I forgot about mine, and so me and my mom were leaving, and she was like, oh no, like we need to get flowers for your principal, we totally forgot, but we're gonna be late, and you can't be late to school, and like a little bit by our house, there was like a little patch of flowers, and I always loved these purple flowers, and they were like a long green stem. I'm sure you guys have seen them. They're like really common. So it's like a long green stem and then like a tiny little purple flower. And around those flowers, it kind of always smelled bad, but I never put it together. Like me and my mom both never put it together, like why it smelled bad. And so we like picked a bunch of those, and but it only smelled bad at like certain hours, so it was like weird. It's like it didn't always smell bad, so that's like something that you're gonna need to know for the rest of the story. So we picked those, and I learned like a little technique in preschool, and so like I decided to like use my technique to show that like I was learning in school. So what you do is like you get a paper towel, you wet it, and then you put aluminum, or you wrap that around like the base of the flowers, like where you pick them from, so they don't die, and then you wrap aluminum foil around, and then you can put like a little bow to make it cute. So I was like, oh, I'll just do that so they see that like I learned. So it's like, like we are late and like they won't really know. And so you're supposed to just go and like leave it on the desk. So my principal would like leave her door open, and some people would make them like cookies, some people would make flowers, some people would make a card. I liked flowers. I still love flowers. Like in my dorm room, I'll show you guys later. Like I'll do a dorm tour at some point. I have like a bunch of like plants, like my bamboo right here. It's dying because we had like Christmas vacation, and so all the water like came out. So I'm trying to bring it back to life. But this is my bamboo. So basically, I left them on her desk, and then later in the day, there was like a terrible odor. And my preschool wasn't like a big one. It was like one big main room, a hallway, and then maybe like two like other rooms. It was like one story. It wasn't like maybe it was like 80 kids at most. It was not huge. So like smells and whatnot would definitely like travel fast. So there was an absolutely terrible odor, and like no one knew what it was, and it was so bad, like so bad. Everyone was like evacuating, and at the end they actually had us all evacuate, and they didn't know what the odor was, so they thought it was like a chemical leak or a pipe broke, and it could be like bad. I don't really remember because I was in preschool, but I remember being so traumatized from this experience. And so basically they were going up and down the list of like, oh, is it a leak? Is it a pipe? Like, did someone do a stink bomb? Like, what is going on? Like, they didn't know. And so basically, like, I remember listening, and like I don't remember if it was like the kids talking or if it was like the teachers, because obviously I was in preschool. That was so long ago. But I remember hearing like the bomb squad is coming, and then like we heard the sirens, and we all had to evacuate. So we all went outside and lined up, and like the fire department like ran in, and like they did not make this like a easy experience. Like they all in their gear, like running in, like go, go, go. Like it was really scary. And especially for preschoolers, like I think you're like 5 in preschool. And so they all just ran in, and then the police came in and they were all checking and they didn't know what it was. They checked all the pipes. We were sitting out there for like an hour. And then basically, I guess at some point they went into the principal's office and realized that that is like where the smell was basically coming out from. That being said, they realized that it was the flowers that I brought. And so the flowers that I brought, I found out, are a type of onion flower, and they give off an odor like at specific times. And so my plant was giving off like the odor all day, and so it smells like a gross like onion type thing. And so that's where the smell was coming from. So it was a little bit over dramatic, I would say. But that was the time that I basically had the entire fire department and police called to my preschool because they thought that it was a stink bomb or a pipe leak, and they evacuated my entire preschool because of me. And oh my god, I almost got in so much trouble. Like they made it seem like I was gonna be in trouble, but like obviously I was in preschool and they knew like I didn't know what I was doing. But at first they were like a little skeptical. They were like, did you know that these flowers were like this? Like, why would you pick these ones? And I was like, no, like I didn't know. I just love purple. Like, I'm so sorry. And like, I was kind of the troublemaker in preschool, so they thought that maybe, you know, it was a little bit more. Sorry, my phone will not stop vibrating. They thought maybe it was a little bit more than just me bringing flowers because I was late, didn't go to Vaughn's and get actual flowers. So that's that story. Let me know how you guys like it. Sorry that was kind of fast. I mean, the video is still like 8 minutes. So far I've only uploaded one video, but I didn't edit it. I didn't even watch it. Like, I can't imagine how it's going to be to come back and look at these videos. I literally just record and I upload, and like, I don't know. I know that's probably really bad, but since I am new to YouTube, I don't know how it works, and it's just so weird to sit here and like look at yourself and talk to a camera. Like, I don't know where to look. Like, I'm recording on my laptop. I am gonna get a real camera. Actually, I was thinking of recording with my iPhone. Like, I have an iPhone 6 Plus, so I feel like the camera on it's pretty good. So like, if I just like were to place it and like record myself from the back camera, I feel like that might be a good option. Probably not. But let me know if like this is just like too annoying on the computer. If the lighting is okay. I did kind of some research on like how to know like when the lighting's good, and what I basically came up with is you don't want direct sunlight on you, but you want it to be sunny out. So I've been waiting for a little bit and like checking outside to see when it would be best to record. Let me know. Maybe I'll just read you a list of what I was thinking to do my next video on. So maybe if there's any that like jump out to you that you would maybe want to hear. I know I don't get much views right now, but if anyone is watching and so far they like it or something sounds interesting, please comment so I don't have to just randomly pick, because just this is such a hard process. Like, you wouldn't think that sitting in front of a video camera and talking is hard, but it's actually so awkward, and like I'm not used to it. Okay, so maybe next time what we can do is talk about my roommate story, how terrible the 2 roommates that I had were, what they did. A story about when I accidentally did not realize what ISIS was and told my entire AP government class in high school that I was in support of ISIS, who is actually a person. Like, it's like a famous figure. So that was like that's the most embarrassing story that I've ever had. So that one. Obviously I'm not in support of ISIS, you know. In 2nd grade, my mom told me to just go pee in front of my entire class, and so I did. So I have a story about that. My hair salon horror stories. my first week of college story, so how that was, like how it was going to my first frat party, meeting people, moving into my dorm, being away from my family and my parents. I can totally do a whole question and answer video, but I feel like that is something that needs to be done maybe when I have a little bit more of a following, because I feel like going to UCLA is obviously like a school that a lot of people want to be at, and I feel like I do have really good tips and tricks on how to make sure you can get in and how your college experience can be the best it possibly can. Because I have to say, sorry, I know I mess with my hair so much. I need to stop. Um, I absolutely love college. Like, I have not had a better time than I have had in college, and I've only had 1 quarter of college, and I would not give it up for the world. Like, this has been the most amazing experience, regardless of how terrible my roommates were and all that. I wouldn't give it up for the world. Um, a time I threw a party, but I didn't actually throw it, and I almost got arrested for it, but I didn't. So that's actually a really interesting story about like how people are like willing to throw anyone under the bus and like lie. So that. Um, I can also just do a review. I have a beauty blender. I can talk about that, and I have like some other things that I can do reviews on. And then the time that I was tied to a chair for a day in kindergarten and why. How to save money on like doing your own nails. I can do a video on that. I do my own nails. And I did my stink ball in my school. So I'm thinking of what to title this. I have an event with my sorority right now, so I have to go to that. But if anyone is watching these and are interested and anything sounded interesting, just comment down below or message me. I've gotten a few messages, which is actually kind of cool because I don't have that many views, but it's cool to actually see that people are seeing my videos. And, I've only have 1 video up, and it's just kind of like a hello video. But I'm going to do my best to upload more and be a little more consistent. I know this is only my second video. I don't have a following, but I'm hoping someone watches me and thinks I'm funny. So, everyone have a great day, and I will try and be back within a week.